Hello, crafty friends. Bree here with a video. So this video is about a capsule paper crafting list. I got super inspired by Kristina Werner. She did this on her channel and she cleaned up her craft room and then she decided to make a capsule, and that was the only supply she was going to be using for the month. So I got really inspired and I thought, you know what, this is a great idea. I have a lot of supplies I'm not really using and I don't get to everything. So I wanted to make sure that I participated with this, and I thought it'd be super fun. So as you can see, this was her list, and I've kind of went in and added things and marked things out. So let's get started. So for the cardstock and paper, I'm gonna take this off here. Just like Kristina, I did a white cardstock. I used Stampin' Up's Whisper White cardstock. It's one of my favorites. I use it all the time, and it works well with Copics for me. Then I used Basic Black from Stampin' Up as well as my black cardstock. And then I chose to pick acetate because I truly enjoy making shaker cards. So I felt like that was a necessity for me. And then I chose some deco foil, foil transfers. And you'll see why here shortly, and I'll explain more about that. And then I picked some masking paper. So I chose 5 different types of mediums here for the paper. So we'll set those aside and we'll talk about the inks that I chose. I chose a Memento Tuxedo Black ink because I'm going to want to use Copics, I know, throughout the month. So I chose a Mementos ink pad, and then I chose a Versamark water embossing ink. And then I chose, let me see if I can show you real quick without messing up the video. I have a ton of stamps over here, stamp pads, so I chose Stampin' Up's ink pads as my other stamp pads of choice. Let's see, now coloring mediums. This was super hard for me because I choose to do a lot of different styles. So I chose Copics, and I limited myself to only 24 markers. So these are the ones I chose, and these are the only ones I'll get to use for the rest of the month. And that's a little scary, but we'll see how it works out. Then I chose colored pencils. Sorry, I got a few other things already in here. And I chose only 24 of those, and I used the Prisma colored pencils. So I tried to get a good rainbow mix, blues, and I did do more greens and reds and pinks for florals. So there's that. And then my other color mediums that I chose were some texture paste. I tend to rely on these gratefully, like a ton with my stencils and stuff. So I chose two of those, and these are from Shimmers, and one's Tidy Whitey, one's Tutti Frutti, so a pink and a white. And then my last coloring medium I chose was some sprays, and they're all like pinks and reds. Right now that tends to be like the colors I'm using the most, so I thought, why not? So there's those. For adhesive, of course, I have my ATG gun. I have my Scotch tacky glue here in my fine liner bottle. And I also have, let's see where it is. Oh, there we go. My roll of 3M tape here, foam tape. Then for tools I chose were my Stamparatus from Stampin' Up. It's just like a Misty, so the door swings over. I chose my Fiskars mini paper trimmer here. I have my We Are Memory Keepers magnetic ruler. I have my scoring board. I have my bone folder. All things kind of messy and dirty. Okay, next thing I chose was 4 blender brushes. These are, I don't even know where these ones are from, but I chose 4 of the sizes I use the most. I chose my clipboard, which I use as like a hardboard or a backboard when I'm adding on different things that I need to tape down maybe. So my clipboard. Then I have, as far as watercoloring brushes, I have these few brushes. And so added those on. Ooh, sorry about that. Knocked everything over there. What else? I have some cutter bee scissors around here somewhere. Those will be my scissors of choice for cutting out images. I have some other necessities here. A white gel pen. I have 2 permanent black waterproof markers. I have my little picky up tool for my sequence. And I chose a Wink of Stella clear brush here that'll add shimmer. I chose some white embossing powder. This one is from Stampin' Up, I believe, as well as my embossing tool here, or embossing gun. I have some paper towels on my table. I have my Stampin' Chamois that I'll be using that's in my box. Let's see what else we got. I have my pencil sharpener. Just add all those in there. Pencil sharpener. I have some drawing gum or masking gum and an eraser. I have purple tape to tape stuff down where needed. And oh, this was the other thing. So this is what I said about the transfer gel duo. This is something I just recently bought and I did not want to have to give it up right away. So that's why I kept the foils so that I could use the transfer gel. All right, so let's move some of this out of the way so we can talk about the stamps and some thinlits that I chose and things like that. Okay, so let's see here. This was so not an easy choice for me as I have so many products, so many new products as well. So it was really hard for me to narrow it down. And hopefully I'm able to make the month without having to get into my stash. So I chose a few little sequins here from Pretty Pink Posh. These were all new sets that I got, so I just chose to keep these ones based on that. All right, now into stamps. So according to the list, oh, also, we'll get to that. According to the list Kristina had made, she recommended a stamp set with smaller greetings. So the stamp set I chose was Simon Says Stamps Tiny Words. This is going to be super resourceful for me. It has lots of sayings on it, so it'll be perfect. Then she said large greetings. So I chose the Neat and Tangled Everyday Labels for that. I use these labels a ton, so I thought it would be super useful. Something I definitely would like. A background stamp. Which one did I choose? Stampin' Up's Watercolor Wash. I felt like I could do this many ways, several colors on it. So I felt like this was the most useful for me to use for an entire month without getting anything else out. Stamp sets with outline images. This is a new stamp set, so I chose to use this one. It's Pretty Pink Posh's Party Friends, and they have such cute little characters, and you can make it anything, like it doesn't have to be a birthday card. These mice could be holding something else. So stamp set with floral images. So I kind of cheated here because this was the one I also just got, and I've really been wanting to use it. So I chose the window frames from Simon Says Stamps. And then one with solid shapes. I chose Happy Celebrations from Stampin' Up. I loved these kind of wonky shapes that they had, and I thought that would be super fun to use those to make backgrounds and things. So then moving on to stencils. Kristina said, pick a generic repeating pattern stencil. So I chose this Stampin' Up dot one. I use it a lot, and I thought this is great to make backgrounds when I just need something simple. I also chose Pink Posh's Wave one. So this has got waves. I hope you guys can see that there. And then I chose this Sunburst one because I've yet to use it, and I've been anxious to use it. So there we go. And then I added dies. She did not do dies on her list, but I can't imagine not having my dies. So plus I have that new stamp set. So I chose Simon Says Stamps Trio Window, and then one of my tools was this, my favorite things, little shaker makers. So square pouches. The other another stencil that I chose was the Just Stitching heart frames from Lawn Fawn. And then I chose Stampin' Up's stitched shaped framelits. This set comes with stitched ovals, circles, and then squares on the back. So these are the items that I am allowed to use this month, and I am going to really get creative and see how I can really pick my brain and make my creativity shine with just these items. I would love to see if you guys are participating in this, what you would choose. I know it's going to be a challenge, but I'm super excited, and it also just gets me out of using maybe things that I use all the time, so that maybe I could start using new products if I decide to keep this up. So all right, thanks for checking in, guys, and I will be posting a video hopefully later this evening with this supplies. So make sure you look out for those videos. They'll be labeled capsule cards. All right, see you guys soon. Bye.